All right, welcome back to Getting Sober, ... Again, my name is Jay, and today we are here in beautiful Zion National Park here in Utah, and we have taken the road less traveled. This is Kalob Terrace Road, and right behind me here, this is Pine Valley Peak, and today's episode is all about taking the road less traveled into sobriety, because you know and I know that everybody that we know drinks still for the most part. Comment below how many people that you actually know of that are anywhere in your age range that don't drink alcohol. I know that for me, when I wanted to get sober, I only knew maybe a couple of people who wanted to get sober at all. And like I said in a previous video, only one person was anywhere near me, and then the other person was like 2.5 hours away. So I couldn't really ask them for tips and tricks and methods on being sober, or how to be out in public, or how to be in a relationship, or how to be around my friends or my family members, or do holidays, because I also kind of felt like I was an inconvenience to these people. And maybe that was just a personal issue that I have, but I know that we always talk about struggling in silence, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're struggling in silence, and that's why we work so hard on community here. I don't have a book to sell you. I don't have anything to sell you other than you living your best life and being a part of this community and trying to help other people along their way so that they can not struggle anymore with their sobriety, and then finally get the hang of it and then move forward. So today, while we are on the road less traveled, we didn't even come in, this was just kind of like a last minute thing, because Sam the moderator who's here, say hello, Sam.
Hello.
Sam is here, and she and I both are the road less traveled people. You know, it's like, obviously there's going to be less people there, but then also too, it's like less congestion. You can kind of make your own way and figure things out on your own. And then two, once you kind of lead the way, you can also explain to people later on how you did, what you did, why you did it, and what the benefits of it were. And that's what I hope for all of you that have already gotten sober, and for those of you that are still thinking about getting sober, and for everybody in between. This is absolutely a journey, just like this road trip that we are currently on. We're still going to be on this road trip for a couple more weeks. So definitely don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to take the road less traveled and check out what you might like what you see. And it's going to take a little bit of effort. It's going to be maybe a little bit lonely, but you don't have to feel so alone, because we are here with you. I'm here with you. I'm just a comment away. All you got to do is leave a comment down below. And if not me, then one of the other amazing members of our community are going to be right here with you. And just like in some of our other videos, we're going to have a special treat for you. We are going to take you on a little tour here of Zion. Again, this isn't the most popular road, and we don't even know yet because this is our first time here. But I'm going to show you around here. I'm going to take the camera from Sam in just a second, and then we are going to drive you up to the end of this road, up to a lake. So if you don't mind, let's go. All right. So we're going to take this away from Sam. I'm going to show you the view here, and it is quite amazing. So again, this is Pine Valley Peak. Let's zoom in and check that out. Isn't that incredible? Look at this. My zoom is not the best, but you get the picture. Let's go on super wide angle. Here we go. I'll show you everything that we're seeing here. You know, going back to the point about sobriety is just like, I think a lot of us feel lonely when we get sober. We feel that FOMO, the fear of missing out. We feel like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do now that I'm sober? I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything. And that's absolutely not true. And that's part of, what we're trying to prove with this road trip, is that not only can you still continue to do many things, but you could do very fun things, just like going on this road trip and having tons of energy to explore new places that you've never been before. And who knows, you might like what you see. So now we are getting in the car here, and hopefully I don't have to connect to Bluetooth. Hold that for just a sec, Sam. Thank you. That's not the seatbelt. All right, I'll show you our in-car camera. Hello. All right, so hopefully we don't connect to the Bluetooth. We'll just keep this off. All right, let's go. Sam, the navigator. Sorry if you're hearing a rustling noise here on my chest. My microphone is attached to my chest, and my seatbelt is on my chest. Actually. All right. Isn't this fun? I feel like we should do this more often, huh? You having fun, Sam?
I'm having great fun.
Are you having the most fun?
The most fun I've ever had in my life.
All right, well, let's keep it nice and safe. We're gonna look out for, there are cows out here because this is also too, this is a mixture of federal land and, whoops, it's a mixture of federal land and it's also private land. So there are ranches out here. So we have to be careful. We have to be very aware of our surroundings. So I'll be the cameraman while Sam drives. Isn't this beautiful? Cat Mom was going to be out here with us, but we decided
if you're interested in walking around on some slick rock, which is sandstone that's weathered away into
got a navigation tour.
Shapes,
Audio
your
tour.
chance is coming up on the left. I've heard it's called that because the settlers' horses' metal shoes would not grip it well. I don't know that for sure, but it makes sense.
Do you remember what this app is called, Sam? Travel something? I wish. So anyway, we're gonna have, while we're on this tour, I downloaded an app, I can't remember what it's called, but it will actually navigate, it tells you like audio stories.
Here's a good pullout for a quick jaunt out onto the slick rock if you're so inclined. There's also a sign ahead about the road closing in winter. Not terribly relevant unless you were here in the winter. I guess they don't plow past this point. Too steep, maybe. You'll see.
It's called Travel Stories.
Travel stories. So you can listen along any road trip across the United States, and there's different points of interest, and they'll tell you the history of that area, like Route 66, which we were on a couple days ago, etc. But also too, don't forget to comment below and wish Cat Mom a happy birthday. Her birthday was on
major switchback coming.
the 4th of July.
On the outside. It might be possible to get over
This
to
guy.
that arch, but I haven't tried it, and a picture would probably be plenty. The road goes above the arch anyway, so you can stop and look over the edge.
Holy moly.
I'll remind you when you get up there.
So anyway, Cat Mom's birthday was on the 4th of July. If you'd like to wish her happy birthday, please do so in the comment section down below before this guy cuts me off again. this wonderful travel story app. But yeah, download it. I think it's free. I downloaded the Zion pack for $10 and it's good for a whole year. Oh my goodness, look at this out the window. Holy cow, wide angle. Whoa, wow. This is what it was like going up Pikes Peak the other day and Mount Evans, but it was foggy. Remember that video when I said weather the storm? That's what the thumbnail says, weather the storm. Holy moly. Hope I don't drop my phone out the window. Let's look at, what's back here. Wow.
The steep climb is taking you about 1,000 feet up, and you're getting into what's called ponderosa parkland. The huge pine trees with the red bark are ponderosas. More about that shortly. There's a right turn onto a dirt road at the next switchback. It leads to the Wildcat and Northgate Peaks trailheads. The dirt road is only about 400 feet long, and the parking area has a bathroom. I definitely recommend the hike to the Northgate Peaks viewpoint. It's family friendly, only 4.2 miles round trip, and you only climb about 100 feet. The trail wanders through aspen and conifer forest before overlooking the Northgate Peaks, guardian angels, and other peaks in the Zion wilderness. This is one of the few good, short established trails in this area.
All right, so I have my phone's actually getting too hot, so I have it up in the window by the defroster with the air conditioner on. So if you hear a humming, that's what that is. I apologize, but small price to pay. Whoa. It's very lush here in this park. We had just come.
If you're in need of a shady spot for a break, there's a pullout with a picnic table on the left. And if you follow the trail out to the slope, there's a great view. If you get close to a ponderosa, the big red trees with rough bark, Smell the bark.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, it should give you a whiff of butterscotch or vanilla.
Yeah. We smelled those when we were in Colorado Springs with some of the members of our community, and you could smell, you get your nose right up on it, and it smells like they said, like vanilla, butterscotch, chocolate, something like that. They smell amazing. But anyway, hopefully Cat Mom will be joining us in the fall when it's a little bit cooler, and once we figure out what we're doing here and where to go and where to travel. Because this national park is amazing. I had the pleasure of going to Yellowstone a year or two ago, but now apparently Yellowstone's been closed because of all of the flooding.
One more nice shady pullout coming up. We're now above 7,000 feet, which means that the ponderosa pines can flourish here, and we're in what's called more precipitation up here, and it's cooler. There are spots down in the canyons that are cool and damp that you will see some of the same species.
I accidentally just ended the video, but we just started a new one, and I'm just going to string them together, and you won't know any different. This is wonderful, huh? Oh, look at, there's a bird. Can I see it? Nope. There he is. Oh, sorry if that made anybody seasick just now. All right, back to wide angle. Sam is hugging these lines like a race car driver. Good job, Sam.
Thanks.
I'm about 30 seconds from throwing up. Just kidding. I'm good. This is so awesome. Look at this wild van out in nature. A Nissan. It's natural environment.
There we go. Quaking aspen trees. The ones with the white bark. They're a sure sign we've come up out of the desert.
See them here?
You can see how they stick to the creek bed here in the lowest extent of their range. They need a fair bit of water. They're pretty interesting, actually. They have chlorophyll in their bark. So if you get close to them, you can see that it's not totally white like birches. It has a green tinge. This is so they can continue to photosynthesize in the winter when they have no leaves. The other interesting thing about them is that when you see a bunch of them together, it's likely that they're all one living entity.
Wow.
They can reproduce through their roots by sending up suckers when other parts of the tree are stressed. It's called a clone because they all have the same DNA.
Wow.
The aspen tree is part of my last name.
Really?
Some trees.
Is it the same? A-S-P-E-N?
No, but aspen tree was.
Stranger danger. Tell me later. Sorry about the glare from the window. Nothing we can do about that. Unless I put my sunglasses on in front of. Let's see if that'll work. Where are my sunglasses? Oh yeah. It's a little hack if I put my sunglasses on in front of, look at that, now there's no more glare. Little photographer hack. These are just my sunglasses, but it keeps the glare from bouncing off the windows. So long as I have them in the right place.
You've made it. The Upper Kolob Plateau.
Upper
More wood
Kolob
open grazing
Plateau.
land, but with the trees of higher altitudes. In the Zion Canyon, typical rainfall a year is about 15 inches. Up here and higher, it can get to be as much as 26 inches. It's also excellent for the grasses that the ranchers need to fatten up their cattle in the spring and summer after the snow is gone.
Hopefully you can hear, I'm just assuming that you can hear this guy talking on this audio tour. Hopefully it's true. Hopefully you can hear him.
Leaving the national park again, and this time you'll be turning onto the Lava Point Road to cross back in. We're actually not very far from the turnoff. With as many in-holdings as there have been, it's been difficult to tell when we were inside and outside the park anyway, but the cattle guards are a pretty good indicator. When national parks like Zion and Grand Teton, for example, are created after the area was already homesteaded, the government tries to buy up the land inside the proposed borders. It doesn't always work. Plus the in-holdings. Yellowstone was different. It was pretty much a simple designation of borders for the nation's first national park.
Let's go back to wide angle. There we go. Wide angle is just not as clear, so I don't use it often. Unless there's some beautiful scenery. So this, of course, this is not the traditional route for, like I said, for Zion. This is cattle grazing there. Sniffing each other's butts. Like they do. Oh, here comes some more.
Many of these ranches have been here since the end of the 1800s, mostly for cattle grazing, but also to escape the heat of the desert in the summer. You'll still see cattle here, but I noticed that they like to lie down on the job. I suppose it can be excused. We're at almost 8,000 feet now, more than 4,000 feet above where we started in Virgin. So, you know, the air is thin.
8,000 feet up in elevation. So this path is supposed to end at like a lake, if we are not mistaken. And that's what we're trying to get to. It is 6:20 p.m. on Wednesday. Not that it matters, but just to let you know of the time of day, so you know when get an idea of where the sun is. So you see these long shadows on the road, which is a great time, a much prettier time for recording, doing wildlife, landscapes, outdoor photography, because the shadows create a much more dramatic effect, or the sun creates a much more dramatic effect with the shadows. So we're getting closer to golden hour.
So if that's your destination, get ready. If you're looking to get into the Kolob Reservoir for some paddling or fishing, keep going straight. On the way to Lava Point, there's a small campground with a bathroom. Wow. You can also get to the West Rim and Wildcat Canyon trailheads that way.
Again, I apologize if that's a recording is too low. I have no idea. I'm just hoping that it's working wonderfully and you can hear it. Reservoir. I think the reservoir, the Kolob Reservoir, is the end of this trip. Kolob is spelled with a K. K-O-L-O-B, if I'm not mistaken.
There are quite a few residential side streets and private roads along the way to the reservoir.
That's crazy.
And along the way is the Kolob Marketplace.
Oh.
They have great food, drinks, and all the supplies you might need.
Wow.
And they can arrange for watercraft rentals at the reservoir.
Wow.
Just stay on this main road and you'll get there.
Ranch.
Your GPS might be wrong.
Kolob Mountain Ranch.
Locals call this area just Kolob,
Kolob,
rather than Upper Plateau or something fancier. The most commonly used definition of the word by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the place nearest where God dwells. It's easy to see why they would use that for this place. It also goes well with the refuge or sanctuary meaning of the name Zion.
Sorry if the footage is also a little shaky. This road is a little bumpy. Hopefully the stabilizer on my camera is silky smooth.
Here's the entrance to the private reservoir. No trespassing.
Wow. That's how we get to the reservoir? Can you just press that dot? Never mind. Hopefully there's going to be an area to pull off up here, because what I'm seeing is magnificent. Whispering Pines, the sign says. Oh, look at the birchwood trees. Holy moly. Look at those clouds. Those are my favorite clouds. The cumulus clouds. Popcorn in the sky. Isn't this fun being sober and driving, Sam?
Yes.
Again, if you're just now joining, which I have a hard time believing you're just now joining, we are in Zion National Park in Utah. Look at, they're just houses. People just live here. What a drive.
The Kolob Marketplace, Grocery, Bar, and Grill is coming up on the right after the Kolob Community sign. As I mentioned, food, drinks, supplies, and watercraft rentals. Seems like a good idea,
There's the
even if
marketplace.
just for a beverage and some local advice on what's biting at the reservoir. Speaking of which, it's only another 1.8 miles away.
Bird. 1.8 miles away. Oh, lots of cow. Let's smell that. There you go. Got them all grazing out there. Back to the dashboard. In case you're wondering what phone this is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. It's got pretty good image stabilization in it. And I just have my hands resting on the dashboard on top of one of my winter hats to give myself a little bit of cushion. So hopefully it's coming out well. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. There we go. We're about at the end of the road here, and once we get out, it'll be a surprise to all of us, unless you've been here before. If you've been here before, comment below. And in case too any of you are wondering, I've had a couple people wondering, we will not be doing any live streams while we were on the road trip. It's just a little too hard to manage the camera and the battery life and the temperature of the phone and all that. So, wow, look at these horses. Slow down, Sam. Wow. Look at these. Hello. Wow. Wow. Oh, there's another one. Holy moly. This is great. What a wonderful time. So far, if you haven't watched our previous videos, we have been to Chicago, we've been to Denver, been in Blue Hill, Nebraska, we were in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, we went to Las Vegas, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and coming up, if we make it, by choice, not by accident, we will be going to Arizona, going out to Parker, Arizona, be going to Joshua Tree, Palm Springs, Los Angeles, San Diego, Phoenix, Austin, Texas, and New Orleans, Nashville, somewhere in Kentucky. Remember where in Kentucky it was? Where those mines were?
Yeah.
And you have arrived, the Kolob Reservoir. Cross the cattle guard, and then if you want to go to the dock parking area and bathroom, go left. If you want to drive along the shore, go right. The shoreline is public property, but it's surrounded by private land.
Oh,
Mammoth Cave.
Mammoth Cave. That's it. We're going to be going to Mammoth Cave. Oh, we
You're
made
on your
it.
own from here. I'll catch up with you on your way back, probably at the Kolob marketplace. Don't forget to turn the app back on.
Huge reservoir.
Somewhere to park.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find somewhere to park, and then maybe we'll get out and take a dip.
Got our water shoes.
Oh yeah, we do have our water shoes. I'd rather just get my feet wet.
So
So-
right there.
Oh, cool. They beat us to it. People are just camping up there in their RVs. All right. So we're gonna pull down here. Oh boy, that's some rocky terrain here.
I do have my four-wheel drive on.
Yeah, let's take that real slow. Wow. Look at this. Holy moly. I'll park right next to the porta potty.
I'll open the door for you.
Thanks. All right, we're about to get out of the car. I like my new blue sunglasses. Ooh, I'm trapped. Hold on a second. I'm in my seat still. All right. I'm taking a little tour here, and we'll come to the end of the road on this video. Say bye to everybody. All right, that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video.